Hello there friends, and welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Frances, and today we are starting a series I am calling Pin Trading 101. If you want any topics or anything moving forward, let me know down below, but this sparked from a lot of pin trading on Facebook this past weekend, and me just wanting to scream at lack of etiquette and lack of understanding and lack of just wherewithal. So I am going to share some knowledge that I have with you all, and hopefully this doesn't come off as pompous or anything. This is meant to be informative and help you, and also kind of help me if you want to pin trade with me. But anyway, this entire series, and again, if you want to recommend topics, feel free to comment them down below. I'll add them to my running list, is going to just be how do you spot a fake and a scrapper? Common ways. How do you pin trade? How should you ship your pin trades if you're doing it online? How do you value a pin? What are the different types of pins? Etc. So this first video is going to be what is pin trading and what are the different types of pins. And we're gonna this might be a longer video, but we're gonna combine those topics. So Disney pin trading, we'll specifically go with Disney pins, started around the Millennium Celebration, so Y2K 2000, and it was something that Disney was bringing on board to help with guest engagement and whatnot. So you could buy some of the pins that they had in the store, and I believe this was Florida only and then expanded worldwide. You could buy the pins at the store and trade them with cast members that were wearing black lanyards at the time. And it has evolved from there. All the parks have it, the cruise line has it, people trade on Facebook, they trade on Instagram, they trade on YouTube, there's communities about it, there are pin trading events, Disney hosts the pin trading events. It has culminated to a whole thing. But that's essentially where it started. And actually when I was younger, I remember there were actually two types of lanyards that cast members wore, green and black. Black meant anyone could trade with them, green meant only children could trade with them. So I was a happy camper when I was younger because I got all the good pins on the green lanyards. But anyway, that is where pin trading started, and here we are 22 years later, just going with it. There are thousands upon hundreds of thousands of pins. I can't tell you a number. I don't know the number across the parks, but there are thousands upon thousands of pins that exist. Now there are different types of pins, and you'll hear them called different things. So first we're gonna go with Disney Parks pins, and we'll kind of break down the different types. So there's OE, open edition, or rack pins. These ones you will see for years upon years just sitting there. There's no edition size, they're not for a certain amount of time. It is a Mickey pin, and it'll be a Mickey pin, and it'll continue being a Mickey pin that's open edition for time and time again. We go a little bit step higher, we have limited release. So that means that they're only for a certain time, there's only a certain amount of them, but Disney won't tell you the amount of them. So they're Halloween pins. Only around during Halloween for the most part, but they do have open edition ones, but only around for that. Christmas, limited release around Christmas. Epcot 40th, limited release around Epcot 40th. They're only a certain amount of time that they exist. They're only there for a certain amount of time, a certain number exists. Some mystery boxes will be limited release, like the Lunar New Year ones that come out every year, limited release. Then we get into limited edition. So this means there is one out of a certain number of pins, and they can be really small. They can be LE of 50, LE of 100, LE of 200, and they can go up to pretty high numbers. The highest I've ever seen is 5,000, but there's probably higher ones. Let me know down below if you've heard of a higher one. And there are different types of limited edition pins. You can get limited edition pins at the Disney theme parks. There are limited edition pins at the Disney Studio Store Hollywood in California. That's a special store that sells pins. There are Disney cast member exclusive pins that are limited edition, and there are two types of those. There's Walt Disney Imagineering, which usually is only to Imagineers, but there are some occasions that you can get them otherwise. There's Disney Employee Center pins. Again, can go to Disney cast members only, and those are limited edition. And they also used to have limited editions at Company D stores, which RIP I don't think exist anymore. So there's limited edition there as well. Another fun type of pin has kind of changed throughout the years. It started as cast lanyard pins, moved to lanyard pins, moved to Hidden Mickey, and is now Hidden Disney. So cast lanyard, Hidden Mickey, Hidden Disney are pins that are only given to cast members. They're given to their managers and then given to frontline employees to wear on their lanyards that you can only trade for then. Now, in the past couple of years, they have been like selling the Hidden Mickey and the Hidden Disney pins, but that is a more recent occurrence. I want to say the last 5 or 6-ish years that they're selling them in blind bags to the public. But before, you used to only be able to get them on cast member lanyards, trading with them. Cast lanyard probably started with everything. I want to say they changed the vernacular in like 2004-ish. Then it went to lanyard, and then it went to Hidden Mickey, and then it went to Hidden Disney during the pandemic, so like 2020. If you have any of those pins, be careful. A lot of the times those are the ones that are easily, highly faked and scrapped. Also, there's like a weird overlapping period. So I think it was like 2006, 7, 8-ish, around that time frame, that they were transitioning from the lanyard denomination to the Hidden Mickey Hidden Mickey denomination. So there are pins that exist that could say cast lanyard or Hidden Mickey on it, and they're both legit because there was like this weird overlap. I've noticed it because I have 2 legit pins, and one says one and one says the other. So those are Disney pins. Now, there are other Disney licensed pins out there. Loungefly makes them, and you can buy them from Loungefly, Hot Topic, Box Lunch. There are other resellers like Artland in the UK, Acme, that make pins. There is also Fantasy Pin Makers. They make extraordinary pins and will sell them to the public because maybe there's a character that they really love that no one has made a pin for. The caveat with those are, so when I was a cast member, I was told it had to have the pin trading logo on the back of the pin. So it had to say Disney Pin Trading on it in order for me to accept it. It's been 6 or 7 years since that time, so I don't know if it's changed. Now, if it says copyright Disney, so your Loungefly would fall under this. Acme would technically fall under this. Artland would technically fall under this. Those can also be traded in the parks. Fantasy pins can never be traded in the parks because they are not technically Disney licensed pins. They don't have copyright Disney on them. And if they are a fantasy pin that says copyright Disney on them, you need to check who you're buying from because that sounds hella illegal. So there is that. I've been talking for 8 minutes. There's a lot of information to dump on people. Let me know if you have any questions, what you want to see next from me in this little series. But yeah, this was just me regurgitating information that I have to share with people because sometimes I get a little annoyed when pin trading on Facebook. And I try to be nice, but sometimes I'm just like, yeah, when it happens. And if I've done that to you, I apologize. This is why I'm trying to help here. If you liked this video, please consider giving it a thumbs up. It's a great way to support my channel. If you hated it, please don't give it a thumbs down. That's just not nice. If you're new here, please consider subscribing. I do Disney pin and lifestyle content, and hopefully more things like this will be coming on my channel, and this will be a regular series. My Side Hustle Saturday one slowly died, so hopefully we can keep Pin Trading 101 alive. If you're not already, hit that bell icon so you're notified each and every time I post a new video. I have been ranting for 9 minutes now. I hope you all are staying happy, healthy, and safe. I'll see you in the next one.
And you never know what kind of figment you may come up with. Oh, here's my favorite.